Do you sometimes hear talking, whispering, or someone calling your name, but there's no one around? Or do you see movement or a person out of the corner of your eye? Or maybe you even see someone in front of you and they're there one moment and then gone the next. Are your psychic senses opening, or are you losing your mind? Is there a way to tell the difference? There is. And in this video, I'm going to help you understand the 3 key differences between opening psychically and mental illness. Hello, I'm Wendy Rapp, spiritual life coach and psychic tarot reader. On this channel, I help you as a spiritually awakened person grow and evolve on your soul's journey. And if you enjoy material like this, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next upload. As a psychic, I'm able to see and hear my angels and guides, the souls of those who've crossed over, the elementals even, mostly fairies, but I've seen 2 gnomes and a leprechaun as well. Seeing and hearing things that aren't there or aren't present for others is a prominent feature of mental illness. So anyone who doesn't have psychic abilities or doesn't believe in psychic abilities may believe I'm crazy. If you're having these kinds of experiences and questioning your own mental health, here are a few key things to keep in mind. The first is when a person starts opening up psychically, they usually begin to first hear their angels and guides. And when they do, it's a positive experience. Even though it may be a bit startling at first, it's a positive experience. When our angels and guides come through and start talking to us, they're very kind and gentle and supportive. It's very comforting to begin establishing a relationship and hearing from them. The information that they convey to us is information that is supportive and helps us to move forward on our soul's journey. They never will try to push you around or try to get you to do anything that's against your will. However, when a person has a psychiatric disorder and they begin to hear voices, it's usually a distressing experience for that person. The voices tend to be bullying and abusive. The person who's receiving those voices feels tormented. It's not a pleasant experience, and they usually need to have medication to help stop those voices. And that brings me to the second key difference. When your person is opening up psychically, we get to set boundaries with our angels and guides. So normally our angels and guides know when it's time for them to shut up. We have things to do. We're here living a life. We're souls who came in to have a human experience, which means we have to focus on our work, we have to focus on our schooling, we have to focus on family matters, and they usually back off. Typically they're not going to interfere with that. But if you ever find that you're in a situation where they're talking too much, and some people do have very talkative guides, I've even known someone who said, I want a new guide because this one won't shut up. And Spirit acquiesced. They did meet that person's demand. But it's okay. I'm going to bed now. You guys have to be quiet. Trust me, they'll speak to you on the astral realm when you're sleeping, so it's okay. But they will follow your boundaries. They will respect your boundaries. So if they're talking too much, you're always the one in control. And if you have control over the voices you're hearing, you're not crazy, you're psychic. And the third key difference, and this is a big one, is your spirit guides and angels will never tell you to do anything to harm yourself or to harm someone else. And that's a key difference between being psychically opened and someone who has mental illness, because people with mental illness often have very troubling thoughts about voices that they receive telling them to harm themselves, to harm someone else. Your spirit team will never do that. Any information that is conveyed to you from your spirit team should lead you to feelings of positive feelings, positive vibrations, and positive actions. I know a psychic awakening can make you feel a bit disoriented. It did for me too. You can feel a bit overwhelmed or confused and maybe even a little crazy, but you can take control, and you should. And the way you take control is by the intention of working only with the highest good. So every day, make sure that you ground and protect yourself. Make sure you surround yourself in the white light. When you are working with your angels and guides, make it clear, I'm only going to work with those who are sent to me from the highest source to work with me for my highest good and the highest good of others. So you have to make it your intention, only those who are here for my highest good and the highest good of others. And set boundaries with your spirit team. Don't be afraid to let them know. This is not a good time. I need to focus my energies and my thoughts on something I'm doing. So we'll talk about this later. Let them know that you need time. And sometimes you just need downtime and you don't need other voices and other people in your head. Although they're always in my head, but it's never in a bad way, so I can't complain. But there are times they just let me sit and watch a TV show and leave me alone and let me get into this Netflix show that I'm watching. They will do that. They respect your boundaries. So it's okay to tell them to back off a bit. They will always respect your boundaries. There's one more key difference that I forgot to mention, and that is when someone who is not mentally well is hearing voices, the quality of their life is disrupted and the quality of their life is very poor. But when you learn to work with your spirit guides and angels, it enhances the quality of your life. And that is a key difference between mental illness and psychic ability. It's something that adds, opening up and hearing your guides adds value to your life and helps you to feel that your own life has been enhanced in a way that you would never want those voices to go away. I know I don't. I'm going to link a few videos now so that you can look into ways to connect and to feel connected with your angels and guides and protect yourself while you're doing it. I hope that information was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the comment section below because I love hearing from you. And if you'd like to get a reading with me, you can connect with me at EarthSpirit. Their phone number is on the screen and they can schedule an appointment for you. I'm in the New York, New Jersey. We're in Red Bank, New Jersey, but if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, you can come in for a reading. If you'd like to get a phone reading, I can read you wherever you are in the world. So feel free to give a call and I'd be happy to give you a reading. Also, if you'd like to connect with me on social media, the links are below in the description box. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. Remember, you are a spark of the divine. Share your light with the world. Blessings.